Usually about an 8-foot long rod is what you're looking for. That way you can get a little bit of spread, especially that way the rods can go over top of the downriggers and fold down in towards the water and create a lot of good tension like Bill mentioned earlier. You want to have that rod spring loaded so when the fish does bite, that's your hook set. Line counter reels, I really like them a lot. If not, you can put marks on your line, just again like what Bill does, and that way you know exactly how far your setbacks are. Because getting a consistent pattern for getting your setbacks consistent from 60 to 150 feet can be really important in the difference between catching and not. For our line, I'm using the 10-pound Maxima Tuna Blue. I really have become to like this line just because it's high vis without it being high vis. I can see it really well above water, but as soon as it goes underneath the water, it tends to disappear. Down here on this setup, on the planer board setup, this is just an inline weight, has a little snap on it and a pin inside that snap so that it will not come off until you open it up. And that on there is just a little tiny 1.5 ounce weight just to get it down just enough to where those fish have been biting. From there, a little snap swivel, and then very important, your gear will twist up, so make sure you have one of these Fishfield Tornado chain swivels on there. Then I put a 12-pound bumper of Maxima Ultra Green, and that is just to allow your Dodger to give a little bit more action. This is a Yakima Bait Company Fast Limit Dodger. This is what we've had most of our bites on here today. Then this is one of the most important parts about kokanee fishing that a lot of people overlook: the distance between your Dodger and your lure. Most time you want it to be short. And when I say short, I mean like 8 to 10 inches. Very tight to your Dodger. The Dodger, the whole purpose of this is not only to get the fish's attention, but to impart action on your lure to make that lure dart forward and back and give those fish something to react to. They like that lure darting back and forth. And then on down to our lure itself. Again, I mentioned it several times here today, but that spin glow rig has definitely become my favorite just because of its neutral buoyancy. You get a lot more action out of it behind this Fast Limit Dodger. So it does also create a little bit of wiggle on the water too, as opposed to the spinner blade. Just kind of spins this with that flat face on the spin glow itself. With a little bit of resistance in the water, it will make it dart a little bit too.